Hi friends, I'm Cherie from the Aroma Co, and today we're going to host a live introduction to oils class. And sorry about the hair, it's all a little bit where the wild things are, but that's what we're stuck with because my husband went away and took my hairbrush, so we'll live. So in the start of the post there will have been a couple of links. So today we're going to cover off the top 10 essential oils that we think every home should have, regardless of your wants and needs. These 10 oils, you can pretty much chuck out everything in your house, every chemical cleaner or personal care product that you have, and replace it with natural ones. So a little bit about me, I have been using oils my whole life. My mum used them, my grandma used them. And we don't know any different. We're oils first, and then if the problem persists, then of course we'll, use that in conjunction with traditional remedies. But in the links at the top, you'll find links to the class flow here, and then this will keep me on track. This is our class flow because I love a freaking tangent, okay? So we're going to talk about what essential oils are, the top 3 ways to use them, and on the back, the top 10 essential oils and what you can use them for, and the best value way to get your mitts on them. So first things first, essential oils are pure plant extracts that are about 50 to 70 times stronger than the actual plant matter itself. So like a bottle of lavender oil, which we get our lavender from Bulgaria, it takes about 70 kilos of plant matter just to make that bottle. And they are really, really potent and they are pure. So in the likes of peppermint oil, which we have here, a single drop from a herbal medicine perspective is about the same as 28 cups of peppermint tea, and they are strong. So what we always recommend as well, if you are going to use them like a drop in your cup of tea, just get a teaspoon and run it around the plastic top and then stir it into your cup. Don't just go bombing your cup because it'll blow your bloody head off. So essential oils aren't new, they've been around for thousands of years, and like we were saying before, they're to be used in conjunction with traditional medicine. So like for the likes of a headache, particularly if you're working on like a laptop all the time and you've got sort of tension headaches, you can pop oil on that area and it will help to support the symptoms and the root cause of it, rather than like popping a Panadol or any other, over-the-counter pain reliever that's going to ruin your gut in the process, mask the problem and not actually help your body fix it at all. Whereas the oils will help relieve the tension in the muscles and also relieve the pain from the headache. So why doTERRA essential oils? Well, doTERRA are certified pure therapeutic grade oils, and many of them are safe for internal use and ingestion. So we use a lot of our oils in food and cooking and tea and water and the like. doTERRA as a company, we source our oils from over 40 different countries around the world, and about 20 of those are developing countries. So when these products, when the plant matter is harvested, or when they're sourcing where to grow the plant matter in the first place, we'll go to those areas where the plant will thrive best in its organic and natural state. So no herbicides, no pesticides or anything in the production of those plants. So once those co-op farming communities that we've created that relationship with are growing these plants and harvesting the matter, it then gets distilled pretty much straight away and then gets popped in a bottle for us to use. So each batch does go third-party testing because many of them are food-grade oils. They will test for things like any foreign matter or herbicides or pesticides, not that there should be any. And once that batch is tested, there's a little batch code on the bottom where you can go to a website called sourcetoyou.com, and you can actually look up those tests online to see for yourself where it comes from, when it was made, and as long as it's passed the tests. If a batch doesn't pass that test, then it simply isn't sold. So essential oils are really affordable. So the likes of lemon oil, which we have here, our lemon oil comes from Italy. It takes around 45 organic lemons to actually make a single bottle of oil. So lemon oil works out to be around about 5 cents a drop. I can bet your ass now that if you're buying organic lemons to like put in your water or put in your cups of tea every day, it's going to cost you a hell of a lot more than 5 cents a go. And I don't think a lemon, organic lemons are going to last you like 4 years. A bottle of oil has a shelf life of around about 4 years. And it doesn't lose its flavour or scent or taste in any way. So there are 3 main ways that we can use essential oils. Internally, as I mentioned, so we can add it to water. We can put a drop under our tongue, so the likes of Digestin in our Home Essentials kit. If you're feeling nauseous or motion sickness, you can pop a drop under your tongue. And usually, like me personally, it takes away any of that nausea within about 10 minutes or so. So they work really, really quickly. And they nourish the whole body, so the mouth, digestive system, liver and urogenital tract as well. Use as directed on the labels. There's a couple of oils that you can't have internally. Particularly one of them is ice blue. The main ingredient of that is wintergreen, and you don't want to put that anywhere. The other way we can use them is topically. So this is literally putting them on our skin. So they are really powerful. Some of them have a really gentle enough chemistry that you can use them straight or neat. But we teach dilution. I've forgotten to grab my fractionated coconut oil. Hang on one sec. Got it. So we teach dilution. Essential oils are volatile compounds, which basically means that if you leave the lid off, they are prone to evaporation. So when we think about how quickly they work on and in our bodies, when we're smelling something, it takes 22 seconds to reach the brain. When we're putting it on our skin, it takes about 2 minutes to reach the bloodstream and about 22 minutes to have affected every single cell in our entire body. So knowing that, and knowing that oils are prone to evaporation, we teach dilution in a carrier oil. Now, carrier oils are true oils, and they hold on to those aromatic molecules and prevent the evaporation. So if you're putting an oil neat on your skin, about 75% of that oil is going to evaporate before it's even had a chance to soak in. So we don't want to waste all of our beautiful oils that we're getting. So we teach dilution. And for all of our customers as well, or our new doTERRA family members, there's a welcome booklet that comes with dilution ratios, which we recommend as well. The other way we can use them, particularly with kids and as an adult before bed, rubbing oils on the soles of your feet. So the arch has a lot of nerve endings and it's quite a vascular area, and it really only takes about 30 seconds to enter the bloodstream from that area. Of course, where the callus area is on the foot, it's a lot thicker skin, so it adds a bit more slow release there. And use with caution. Like I was saying before, some of them are a bit hot. You don't want to go getting ice blue when your eyes pits or bits, so we'll just keep those oils away from those areas. The third way we can use them is aromatically. You can see we've got the diffuser here going, and it's like wafting glory. All the goodness. So we can use them in our diffuser. For people who suffer a lot of stress or anxiety, this can come on quite unexpectedly when you're out and about. So if you've got oils that you use to help you manage that, you can literally put a drop of oil in the palm of your hand, give it a rub around, and just have a really deep inhale there. And the oils do affect your emotional state. So the limbic bulbs in the nose or the nasal area, which pick up scent, are actually connected to the limbic system in the brain, which governs your emotional response to things. So that can really help you manage your emotions depending on your situation in that way too. So the top 10 oils we've got make up our Home Essentials kit. Now our Home Essentials kit retails for about $330 and it's bloody good value. So we'll go through all the oils. The first oil in the kit is peppermint. Oh my God, I love peppermint. I actually use peppermint mostly in slice. Bloody delicious. The other thing that I use peppermint for is for my kids with fevers. So I pair peppermint and lemon oil with a little bit of fractionated coconut. I just use a little dish like that because we don't get fevers very often, so there's no point in making up like a whole blend when we just don't get fevers like that very often. So a little bit in a dish, and then just pop it on their temples, their brows, and the backs of their necks with a cool washer, and it helps reduce the fevers in that way. The other thing peppermint is really good for, from an emotional perspective, it's the oil of joy and an abundant heart. It's good for alertness, antioxidants, asthma, sinusitis. It helps reduce inflammation in the airways, cold sores, constipation, gastro vomiting, diarrhea, fever, sunburn. So in the summer, like it's winter now, so there's not much point, but you can easily get a little spray bottle like this, just with water, a couple of drops of peppermint oil, and spritz it on your skin after sun. It can help take the heat out of your skin there. Migraines and headache, they're a really, really big thing. So pairing your peppermint with lavender oil and fractionated coconut, make it up in a little roller bottle, and then you've got your own headache stick, which you can keep on you if you're prone to headaches frequently. And the kids as well. My daughter sometimes complains of a bit of a headache when she's sort of getting unwell, so I just do that for her too. And bad breath. So this spray bottle that I have here, this is literally just water with a couple of drops of peppermint oil and a couple of drops of tea tree oil, and spritz into the mouth before you pash on. Yeah. But I don't use Listerine or chew gum or Tic Tacs or Mentos or anything like that. I just use this. So it usually sits beside my toothbrush, and I give my mouth a bit of a spritz after I've brushed my teeth. And if I'm out and about, just dump it in my handbag and give a bit of a spritz after a coffee or before a meeting or anything like that. So the next oil that we have is lavender. Lavender is like the Swiss Army knife of essential oils. You know, you can pretty much use it for a bit of everything. From an emotional perspective, it's the oil of communication. It's very calming, it's a sedative. If you've got a kid who just won't sleep, bomb them with lavender. With love, of course, but that'll be fine. And you should get a decent night's sleep out of them, and for yourself as well. If you're prone to a little bit of not great sleep, lavender oil is going to be your best friend there. So also good for anxiety. If you're prone to anxiety or anxious feelings, you can pair lavender with frankincense. Again, if this is something you suffer from regularly, you can make yourself up a little bit of a roller with fractionated coconut oil and I would put it on the temples and just behind the ears, on the mastoid bone there behind the ears, and just down the neck a bit, and it's pretty much as frequently as you like until the feelings pass, really. Lavender oil is really good for the skin also, so it's great for things like eczema, psoriasis, dry skin, dermatitis, also stretch marks as well, bites, cuts, scratches, so mozzie bites. You can literally just pop a little bit on neat on a mozzie bite. We suffer really bad mozzie bites in the summer, so we don't go too far without our lavender, that's for sure. From a beautifying perspective, I use lavender in all my skincare. This is actually the skincare that I make here. So this is my cleanser, toner, and my moisturizer here. All these three things do have lavender in. So my cleanser is 20 ml of Dr. Bronner's Baby Unscented Castile Soap, and then topped up with filtered water. And in here, I think I've got 6 drops of lavender, 6 drops of lemon, and 6 drops of tea tree oil. This is easier and cheaper to make than a cup of coffee for the whole lot. It's amazing. My toner is the same, lavender and tea tree oil. I think about 6 drops of each again, with 40% witch hazel, which you can just get at Chemist Warehouse or the like. It's a natural alcohol-based toner for the skin, and then just topped up with filtered water. Just give it a shake and spritz it on. And then my moisturizer is, I personally have a preference for jojoba oil for my skin on my face. but anything therapeutic, I always use the fractionated coconut oil for. So just about 10 drops of lavender and 10 drops of frankincense diluted in a carrier oil. You can use organic rosehip oil, your jojoba, sweet almond oil, whatever you fancy. You can use the fractionated coconut oil if you like. It's quite like a dry oil on the skin. It doesn't leave your skin too oily, as it were. So really, really beautiful. And that's just my skincare, which I make using my Home Essentials kit. I don't have anything fancy. I haven't worn foundation for, I don't know, maybe like a year and a half. I stopped wearing foundation. Don't need it. My skin's really good now, so it's awesome. The next oil that we're going to go on to is frankincense. Now, frankincense is the god of all oils. So, oh my god, I wish we had smell-o-vision. I'm going to like probably say that 50 times during this anyway. Oh my god, it's beautiful. Smell-o-vision, it's beautiful. So, frankincense is really good for neural health. It's a really, really powerful anti-inflammatory that also aids the brain there too. And it is one that you can ingest internally as well. So sometimes I'll put a drop of frankincense under my tongue as well, also good for the immune system. So Alzheimer's, aneurysms, arthritis, asthma, brain health or brain injuries, depression, anxiety, like we mentioned before, inflammation, Parkinson's. It's really, really incredible for the skin, which is why I put it in my skincare as well. And again, from an emotional perspective, it's the oil of truth and light. So it can help you unlock trauma or work through something traumatic in your life. The next oil we've got is tea tree oil. Now, tea tree comes from Australia, and from an emotional perspective, it's the oil for promoting healthy boundaries. So if you've got someone a little bit overbearing in your life, just tea tree that shit away. But from a really practical perspective, it's a really great cleansing and cleaning oil. It's a good guard against environmental threats. I have in the top cupboard above the fridge a little bit of a first aid kit. I've got like a little antibacterial spray, which, you know, when the kids fall over, my son, I don't know what is wrong with him, but my God, I wish he would just stop falling over and hurting himself. He's so clumsy. But I have a little spray made up, so I just give his bits a bit of a, not his bits, but you know, his scrapes and stuff, a little bit of a spritz to kill off the cooties before picking bloody rocks out of his knees. Anyway, other story. Really good for psoriasis and eczemas, tea tree is. So you can pair that with like lavender oil and tea tree oil if you have psoriasis or eczema. You can either put it in a coconut oil base and then just use that frequently for any psoriasis or eczemas there. Tea tree oil again is good for funguses and any ringworms as well. So cuts, scrapes, scratches, wounds and mold. It's a great anti-mold. There's another oil which we'll go into, our oregano oil, which is really good for mold as well. So I actually keep a spray bottle in my shower, which is like this one. Let's get it here. Which is like this. And I am the laziest mofo in the world when it comes to cleaning the bathroom. So I actually keep a bottle like this in my shower and just like spritz it after we're done. And that's my version of cleaning it. It gets kind of like a proper clean sometimes, but yeah, I've got better things to do. So tea tree oil. I also actually put, so this is in my, not only is it in a lot of my skincare, it's in my breath freshener as well. So that's how I use it. I also put a drop of tea tree oil on my toothbrush because toothbrushes are disgusting. So I brush my teeth with that there too. Oregano oil is the next oil, which I also just mentioned before. Oregano oil from an emotional perspective is the oil of humility and non-attachment. So again, pairing that with tea tree to give off some, you know, leave me alone vibes is handy. Oregano oil is a really, really incredible for immune health. So I use oregano oil not only in my cleaner in the shower for any mold or things like that. You can also like swipe it on your windowsills with hot water during the winter, because sometimes you get like condensation and it builds up with mold a little bit if you don't dry it off or keep it clean. So a little bit of oregano oil. It's a really, really hot oil. So you do not want to get this on your skin because it can burn off warts. I have seen it. It is disgusting. Hi, Alice. Yeah, you know where I'm going with this. So a friend of mine, she used oregano oil to burn off a wart. She had a wart there on her finger. So she got some coconut oil, not this one, just coconut oil out of the pantry, pasted it around the healthy skin, ripped the top off a cotton bud, doused it in oregano oil, and then just wrapped it up in a Band-Aid for a couple of days. After a couple of days, she pulled it off and the wart just like popped out, root and all. Anyway, so this will burn your skin. So if you happen to get any on your skin and it's really hot, dilute with oil. Don't bother running it underwater. Dilute with more oil. It doesn't matter what oil it is. You could get stuff out of the pantry, olive oil, coconut oil, whatever is handy, and just dilute away. It's not so bad if it's on like a main area of your skin, but just a bit, you know, if you've got sensitivity, maybe you've like rubbed your eye or who knows, just oil, more oil to get the oil off. That makes sense. Really good to keep candida in check as well if you suffer from an overgrowth of candida. Inflammation, carpal tunnel actually, if you suffer from carpal tunnel, massage with oregano oil, diluted of course, will be beneficial for that. Yeah, and again, any fungal infections there too. So the next oil we've got is lemon. Who remembers that U2 song? Oh my God, anyway, that was funny. So lemon oil is the oil of focus. Now I do put lemon oil in my water most days. I make food with it, like hello, lemon curd, lemon cheesecakes, lemon bliss balls, lemon kombucha flavored with honey gelatin gummies for my daughter, because it's really good for asthma as well. My daughter, she does have a bit of asthma, which I'll go into later, another oil that we use for that. But I do put lemon oil in her gelatin gummies. And sometimes if she's got a bit of a cough or a sore throat, lemon oil with a teaspoon of honey before bed as well helps any sore throats or things that are coming on too for her. That's what I use it for. But you can use it, it's great for any air pollution, so detoxifying. If you've got, I always say to people, if you've got a mystery stink around your house, and we all know, maybe your kids left, you know, a sandwich under their bed in their backpack from school over the holidays, and you find that it has grown an entire ecosystem. You can just get like a little bowl of bicarb soda, a couple of drops of lemon oil, and just shove it under the bed. So the bicarb will absorb the odor, but the lemon will actually deodorize for you there too. So it's deodorizing, detoxifying. So lemon oil will help break down petrochemicals in the body as well, which is why it's really great to ingest. So if you're someone who's still using a lot of like commercial products, then lemon oil is going to be really good for you. As I mentioned before, fever paired with peppermint, really good for digestion, throat infections, really great for the renal system as well, so flushing the kidneys and liver and any gut parasites. So if you're going on holidays, don't go anywhere without it. Actually, take all 10, just take a lot. If you're going on holidays, take them with you, trust me, you will use them. So that's lemon oil. The next oil we've got, so now we move on to our blends of oils in our Home Essentials kit. Ice Blue, oh my God, I love this. I don't know what it is about wintergreen oil, but I friggin' love wintergreen oil. It's so good. It smells a lot like deep heat, because originally when deep heat was made, it was made with wintergreen oil, but now they know how to synthesize all of those ingredients. And the thing about essential oils is that they actually work in harmony with our body rather than synthetic compounds being introduced to do a job that has a lot of side effects. So Ice Blue is really good for arthritic pain, back pain, bone pain, bruises, fibromyalgia. My aunt has fibromyalgia, and when she was here last, I packed her off with I made her up a roller with Ice Blue, and she reckons it works a treat. And my mum as well, with back pain, she's bombs herself with Ice Blue as well. So any muscular aches and pains, inflammation, muscle tension. The first thing I tell people to do when they get their Home Essentials kit which not only, you need to get some fractionated coconut oil as well, but the first thing I tell people to do is dilute your ice blue, because it's so bloody easy to do. So I put 1/3 of a bottle, because I personally like my dilution quite strong. So I put 1/3 of this little bottle into my 10 ml roller, and then top it up with fractionated coconut oil right to the top. And then just give it a roll around, and then you're good to go. Because it's that easy to make, as long as you make it up, you'll use it. So that's what I tell people to do first. The next oil that we've got is Easy Air. Now this is our respiratory brand. It's our respiratory brand. Oh my God, too much of the talking already. Easy Air is the perfect substitute for something like Birks or Yuki Bear or whatever those things are. I don't know, I haven't used them for a long time. But Easy Air is really good for any respiratory issues. So asthma, bronchitis, congestion, pneumonia. I've had pneumonia. It is not fun. It feels like you're drowning in thin air. I have always used oils, but I didn't have Easy Air at the time, and I am spewing. So sinusitis as well. If you are suffering sinus issues, you can sort of dot a little bit around your sinuses. And also, because we're coming up spring at the moment, if you're someone who suffers a lot of hay fever or allergies, a little bit of Easy Air can help take the irritation out of the sinus and the airways there too, so you might see some relief from that. We go through, because my daughter is, she's not diagnosed asthmatic of course, because she's only little, and they won't diagnose preschool kids with asthma, but she was waking up, well, last September we had her in hospital, and she was discharged with 6 puffs of Ventolin at a time, which is a lot of Ventolin for a then 3.5-year-old. So now we use Easy Air every night in the diffuser in her bedroom, and because she was waking up overnight just coughing her absolute guts up, and she was waking up crying and panicking that she couldn't breathe, and it was of course keeping the whole house up, so no one was getting any sleep. She wasn't well, and it was just a domino effect. So as soon as I managed to get my hands on some Easy Air, I put it in her diffuser in her room every night. I've got a diffuser for my son's bedroom as well, so I do a little bit for him, but he doesn't seem to have the respiratory problems like she does. And I have it made up into a roller bottle, so fronts and backs of the lungs and the soles of the feet as well, if they need it there too. Also in a hot shower as well, like this morning she was really a bit chesty again, so I threw her in a warm shower and just put a dot of Easy Air in the corner of the shower, just so she's getting that aromatic benefit from the oil and the steam, just to help loosen up all the congestion and take the inflammation out of her airways. She was right as rain after that. No coughs. It was great. The next oil that we have is Digestin. I think this is one of the most underrated oils in the Home Essentials kit. So Digestin is really incredible for if you have like IBS or any sort of intolerances or digestive problems. Digestin can help relieve the woe of that. Maybe you've eaten too much bread, drunk too much wine, eaten too much cheese, too much chocolate, you know, who knows. But what it will do is just help ease the digestive issues. So again, you can pop it in a cup of tea. Sometimes I put some in peppermint tea, but again, I don't put a whole drop. I just get a teaspoon. I just get a teaspoon and like ring it around like that and then stir it into my cup. That is it, because a whole drop is actually quite strong. You can put it in your water. If you are going to use oils in your water bottles, always use glass or metal bottles. Just sometimes the oils, if it's just a plastic bottle that you've just bought, you know, out of the fridge at 7-Eleven or God knows where, then, you know, it can help degrade the plastic, and you don't want that shit floating around. So good quality reusable drink bottles. The other thing that is good, Digestin is good for, is food poisoning, gastro and vomiting, parasites, so any digestive tummy issues or bowel issues will help relieve those. So for an adult, you can just put a drop under your tongue, put it in tea or in your water. For kids and yourself, if you're not that way inclined, then you can make it up into a roller bottle and just roll it on the tummies. You know, if they're having a really bad bout of gastro, then you can kind of do that like every hour or two. And I'm going to let you in on a little secret, because this is like probably TMI. As an adult, if you have gastro, you can put a little bit on your bum hole. And it will help kill off any of the virus or the overgrowth of bacteria in that area if you're having those problems. Tried and tested, works a treat, absolutely works a treat. So On Guard is the last of the 10 oils in our home essentials kit. Now On Guard is absolutely one oil that I just would never want to be caught without. We use On Guard daily in our household. I have my own natural hand sanitizer made up, which is 10 ml of vegetable glycerin. Now you can get a good organic one from the health food store, or supermarkets occasionally sell it as well. Top it up with filtered water and 4 drops of On Guard and 4 drops of tea tree oil. Now, whenever I take the kids to the playgrounds, of course I'm spritzing like a crazy person, because playgrounds are filthy cesspits of, you know, biohazardous waste. So hand sanitizer, bomb them all. I also have it made up into a roller bottle, so just On Guard in a roller bottle, probably about 6 drops, diluted with fractionated coconut oil. Before the kids go to childcare, I will roll this on the soles of their feet to support their immune systems throughout the day. So our childcare has literally had hand, foot and mouth since January, and it is now like, what is it, August? There has been slap cheek, there has been nits, there has been gastro, vomiting, there has been scabies. Man, I thought scabies died out like with the pirates. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of another disease there, but long story short, there has been shit going around that centre, and the worst thing that we have come home with is a bit of a cold. And the only time we got gastro is because I took them to the play centre, and my son is like in the ball pit licking all the balls. He's just, I just can't. It's gross. But anyway, so I'm bombing the kids in oils before they go to school, school, playgroup, childcare, to support their immune health for the day. And then when they're coming home, I'm putting On Guard in their bath water as well. Now, again, dilution, obviously oil will sit on the surface of the water and sometimes can cause skin sensitivity. So you can either dilute that in a bit of just vegetable oil, so olive oil, coconut oil in the pantry, because it will just hold on to those aromatic molecules against the skin. Or you can use the Dr. Bronner's unscented baby Castile soap as well. So putting that oil into the soap and then putting it into the water will sort of stop it from sort of laying on the top, and particularly if you're using any of those hot oils. So as far as what else On Guard is good for, good for protection against environmental threats. So in winter, you're going to want to diffuse On Guard constantly, because everybody's bringing shit in. So, you know, when husbands come home from work, or wives come home from work, or even, you know, if you could have a diffuser in your workplace to keep those cooties away, oh my God, do it. Honestly, it'll be the best thing you've ever done. So On Guard, our protective blend, it just helps boost immune systems and keep the cooties away. It's a really powerful antioxidant actually. So On Guard has a lot of clove, cinnamon and wild orange. Do you know what it smells like? Mulled wine, without the red wine of course, but just that really clove, cinnamony, beautiful scent there. And I have just like spilled it all over my hands, but that's okay. So really powerful antioxidants, clove. When there's such a thing called the ORAC scale, ORAC, and what it does is it tests the antioxidant level in foods, and it will, when you look at that scale, like when you think about what things are going to be the most antioxidant food, you think, oh, okay, yeah, blueberries are really strong antioxidants. But blueberries only rate about 6,000 on this scale. Clove is at 300,000. So when we're talking about cellular health and protecting ourselves against free radicals and environmental threats, we need those antioxidants doing, to support us doing that. And the second next highest one is cinnamon. So there's cinnamon in there as well. Cinnamon's at about 150,000. So really, really good antioxidant oils to keep us healthy in there. So the best value way to get your hands on these oils is there's two ways you can do it. You can pay $35 to get a wholesale account and access your oils for the same price I do, for the same price pretty much everyone in, doTERRA only pays wholesale price, because why would you pay retail? The second way you can do that is to get your filthy little mitts on a kit, like the one we just spoke about. Oh shit, I think I've got a parcel. Just hang on 2 secs. Hi. Hi, how are you today? Yep, good. Cheers. Lovely, thank you. Thanks for that, cheers. Bye. Right, we're done. It was a parcel. My delivery man has changed, right? He used to come every morning at like 9:30, and now this new dude just like rolls around whenever he feels like it, interrupting my shit. Anyway, the other best value way to get your hands on essential oils is to go for the kit. I always recommend that everybody start with the Home Essentials kit, which is all the 10 oils that we've just talked about. You get the diffuser for free as well. And to also grab yourself some fractionated coconut oil too, because that really lays the foundation of oil use. So these 10 oils will support every bodily system or personal care products that you need to make with them, or home care products that you need to make. And once you place your order as well, we'll email you all the recipes that you need to make all of the things that I've just chatted about here. So this is by far the most intelligent way to get your hands on oils, and from a value perspective, the whole kit is $330. Frankincense that we were chatting about earlier retails for about $114. And so when you're thinking that you're getting the whole kit for $330, so you're getting this plus a diffuser and 9 other oils for like triple the price. It's just crazy, crazy good value. So I'll pop a link in the doodad, Facebook post, and you can check where to buy oils, the instructions on how to get your hands on them. If you have any other questions, do let me know. The other really, really good value thing I wanted to tell you about is our loyalty rewards program. I get so much free stuff on this program, it's amazing. So I'll tell you what it is. Our loyalty rewards program is explained on our class flyer. So when you're looking at that, you'll see down here our loyalty rewards program explained there. So it's basically like frequent flyer miles or flybys that you actually get stuff that you want. And the points are like dollar for dollar points. There's no earning thousands of points to spend $5 off your shop, it's crazy. So you get rewarded for ongoing monthly purchases, and you start off at 10% off. So when you're putting in your order, you get 10% back in points that you can then use to buy your next order. Crazy, right? And doTERRA also offers really, really great freebies as well. So there's always a product of the month for people who are on LRP. This month, I think it was lime. Last month, there was a crazy good deal for Cellubella, which is like $140 oil that you got free. always really, really good value there. So if you know that you're going to introduce oils into your life and you know that maybe you might need to replace something. Maybe you're like me, because I have to get easier every month to manage my daughter's asthma. That just sits on my LRP and it gets shipped to me every month. So I just throw things in and take things out of my little shopping cart in the back end of my account and get whatever I want, or replace whatever oils I've used, or maybe I might want something fancy. Maybe I want some of those sexy time oils. So I just pop those on my LRP, earn points to then buy other product that I want to buy. And it's just by far the best value way, because not only are you getting wholesale price product, but then you're earning points on top of that wholesale price as well, so that you can buy oils for free the following months. Or you can save up your points and then get something like really massive and big, or one of the really rare oils that you might want to get. So that is a wrap. I'm Cherie. Thanks for coming and watching. And please feel free to either comment under this post or drop me an email with any questions that you might have. And I love you lots. Bye. Now I don't know how to turn this off.